Hi, I'm Maria, and I'm joining you from the teen area of the Mount Airy branch of Carroll County Public Library. I'm here with you today so that we can celebrate Banned Books Week. Each day this week, we have chosen one of our personal favorites to highlight, and a banned book is one that has been challenged for whatever reason and tried to keep out of the hands of some teen readers. The book I have chosen is one of my personal favorites from when I was a teen. It was The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton. I fell in love with this story when I was exactly the same age as the narrator, Pony Boy Curtis. I was in high school at the time, and he was in high school at the time, and the book is about high schoolers set back in the 1960s. And even though that was a while ago, the teens in the book still face the kind of issues with family and with friends and with fitting in and with society and all the same type of issues that teens still struggle with today. The character Pony Boy really resonated with me because he loved writing and he was attached to poetry, and he was just an all-around very thought-filled person, so I could really relate to him. He is very close with his two brothers. The family is being raised by the oldest brother because the parents were killed in a car accident a few years before in the story. So the oldest brother is raising Pony Boy and his other brother. And the brothers really love each other, but they also have some struggles there in their household. Pony Boy is part of a group of friends that goes to the same school as another group of friends, and there's been a long and ongoing struggle and a lot of issues between these two groups. And I will say that the struggle ends up with, there's a lot of tragedy and there's a lot of misjustice in the book, but wonderfully, there is also heroism and hope, which I love. As a curious note, The Outsiders was published in 1967, I think it was, and not long after, there was a high school librarian in California that she had read this book with some of her students, and they all collectively really strongly felt that this should be made into a movie. So the librarian started writing letters because, keep in mind, this was the late 60s, but she was trying to contact whoever she could to encourage that this movie be made, and it was. And if you would like to read the true story of how that all unfolded, just Google The Outsiders librarian, and the story pops up, and it's really cool. I wasn't aware of that until Miss Erin told me that, and I was super excited to read more about that. Also, if you love the book, I would strongly encourage you to also watch the movie The Outsiders, which I feel stayed pretty true to the story. And I have a little picture here of the stars of The Outsiders, who include Patrick Swayze, Rob Lowe, even Tom Cruise, obviously much in their younger years, and even Ralph Macchio, who now, if any of you watch Cobra Kai on Netflix, you may or may not, but I believe this was his first film role, so very cool. If you happen to get a copy of The Outsiders that is the 50th anniversary edition, of course I had the original, but if you happen to get a hold of one that's the 50th anniversary edition, in the back, this is super cool, are letters written by some of those actors about their experiences when they played their characters in the movie. There's a letter here from the director, Francis Ford Coppola. This is just another great reason to borrow this book. So if you would like to borrow The Outsiders or the movie, we have them both in our library system. Please go to our catalog and try to get yourself a copy. For more information on Banned Books Week, please visit the website www.ala.org. And I would like to thank you for coming here today and for celebrating the freedom to read.